All right, man. Listen, Donald Trump is the president now. He's back. He's here to fix prices. He's here to give us affordable housing. He's here to knock down inflation. He's here to bring our groceries and everything back down to what it should be. Our gas and our liabilities. The things that we just bust our ass to just hurry up and pay. Some people live check to check. Some people don't have to live check to check. Some people have their money working for them. I'm one of those people that are in the process of being one of those people where I don't work for my money, but my money works for me. I own a business, and so does my wife. But with him saying that the whole women's rights, everybody's talking about he's taking away women's rights. Okay, I understand that. That's not why I voted for him. That's not why I chose to call him my president. It's the borders, man. I want them closed just as much. Not there's a lot of people coming into this world, into our country, that are just they don't belong, and once they get here, they do things to hurt other people. This ain't your country. You can't come over here and just rob, molest, chop people up. You can't just sell your drugs. You can't just do none of that. Like, that's not this. Therefore, him closing the borders, a lot of stuff's gonna be changing. I would like to see that, honestly. Plus, with like affordable housing, stuff like that, I like to see that too. With the whole accusations of Trump being a racist, he's not a racist. Look, I'm far from a racist. I have two children from a previous relationship that are blended, African American and white. I love them dearly. They're my daughters. With that being said, I'm not a racist because I voted for Trump. Uh, do we need a woman president? Yeah, one day. Not now. Not right now when there's a lot of stuff going on. People out in North Carolina are only receiving $750, but you guys are here shipping over money to the overseas to these foreign countries to help support their war. Okay, what do we got to do with that? What they eat don't make us shit. I stand firmly on that, and I believe in it tremendously. Um, Look, it is what it is, man. We've seen the highs and the lows. You got to take the good, bad with the ugly, man. Trump's president, okay. Kamala, would she have made a good president? Yeah, she definitely would, just not right now. Uh, Once again, the women's rights, I understand the women's rights. Uh, we're saying Trump's a sexist. Women this should bear children, be forced to bear children. Women shouldn't have as many rights as men and stuff like that. I disagree on all of that, because I have daughters. I protect their rights as a father. I would like to see them flourish in life and be independent women. Yes, I would. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. If you ever heard of the Amish community or the Mennonites, the men go to work. The men and the sons go to work. They provide. They build houses. They build lands. They farm crops. They're so modern when it comes to life and society. They don't own TVs, electronics. Besides if it has to do with working and earning a dollar. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. The Amish women stay at home. They tend to the house, the crops, the laundry, the dinner, and the young ones. There's nothing wrong with that. We come from times like that. You know, um, there's nothing wrong with the man going out busting knuckles, making money to come home or to provide for the family that's holding down the house. There's nothing wrong with that. My grandfather, Vietnam veteran, he did it. He served his time in the military, came home, became an iron worker and a mechanic. My grandmother stayed at home, took care of the babies, took care of the grandchildren, and held it down while the old man was at work. Dinner was on the table by the time he walked through the door from a hard day of work. Um, but life was simpler back then. Figure I'm 35 years old. We're talking about when I was like 4 or 5. But anyways, uh, things are changing, man. We just gotta stick with the change, people. I'm sorry that a lot of people woke up on the night after the election mad mad, disappointed. There's a lot of people talk about fleeing the country, leaving the country. Listen, it doesn't matter if you leave the country. For all you know, you could leave here, be so used to what you got going on here. Okay, yeah, we got a different president. Deal with it. Let's work around it. Even if you got to work harder. That's all it is. That makes you the American. That makes you that makes you American. There's no other way I could say it. I'm sitting here trying to find some other words to. There's no other way. That's what makes us hard-working Americans. You know, there's no running from our problems. We sit there, we face them, we go through them. It builds us as Americans. I got a big Trump flag on my property that I hang. Guess what? I live on the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. If anybody knows where Cleveland, Ohio is, I'm in the heart of Slavic Village. My neighbors don't care. My neighbors still talk to me. I know every single one of my neighbors. I go outside, I see them all the time. Wave, hey, hi, how's it going? Their kids play with my kids. I don't get chastised. I don't get dogged. I don't get looked at with a foul glare and stare. I got a neighbor across the street from me, a Muslim man. He brings me chicken and stuff like that from barbecues and stuff and say, here, I want you to try this. It's good. I got another neighbor next to me. He was rooting for Kamala. You know, we still talk. His name's John. We get along fine. He comes out, gets his mail in the morning. I'll see him on my way in and out from work. We'll talk, we'll chat. He's a good guy. You know, it's not about who our president is, man. It's about our neighbors. It's about the people around us. It's about the people in our community, people in our country. It's not about who the president is, man. We could vote for whoever we want. We could choose whichever side we want. It don't matter. Choose we the people. That's what's American. It's American to be that. So if we got a leader we really don't want for the next 4 years, okay? Let's all come together for those next 4 years. Help that neighbor. No, simple as that. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I don't pay attention to it. I just know what I would like to see done. Think about it. We'll get our woman president one day. It's just right now we don't need it.